Now to an NBC10 ITeam exclusive, left at the curb.
88 years old, and she's dropped on the street in the dead of winter. Come on.
An elderly woman dropped off and left alone in sub-freezing temperatures 90 minutes before her doctor's office opened.
She's one of hundreds of elderly and disabled patients who say Rhode Island's new medical ride service is putting them at risk.
And the ITeam's Katie Davis has been investigating this for months, and she's staying on the story tonight.
Nicole Pistorio was driving down this stretch of Broadway in Providence Friday morning when she noticed an elderly woman trying to flag down passing cars.
She seemed really distraught, really upset. She said, "Can you please help me?
I'm trying to get help."
The 88-year-old woman told NBC10 she was dropped off nearly 2 hours before a doctor's appointment, but the office wasn't open yet. She found herself alone in sub-freezing temperatures.
What were you thinking when you were there on the sidewalk by yourself?
Scared to death. My hands were starting to get a little frostbite, you know.
She didn't know what to do.
Pistorio took the woman inside her car, turned up the heat, and gave her gloves.
She was kind of holding back tears at certain points, and we held hands the entire time.
God sent her to me. God sent her to me. Because I don't know what I would have done.
Pistorio later posted this photo on Facebook where it was spotted by the woman's son.
I told her, I said, "That's my mother," and she said, "Oh my God," you know.
Richard Garganta says it's frightening to think how the story could have ended if a good Samaritan hadn't stepped in.
She's flagging down cars on Broadway, you know, I mean, it's just, it's outrageous.
The incident is one in a series of complaints about Rhode Island's medical ride service. The state's Executive Office of Health and Human Services has now received more than 300 since January 1st. That's when a new vendor called Medical Transportation Management, or MTM, took over. Rhode Island is set to pay the company more than $32 million this year. A state spokesperson told me, quote, EOHHS continues to work closely with and monitor MTM to resolve client issues and complaints. Last week, I asked the company's CEO about those problems during her visit to the company's Warwick office. She declined to go on camera, but told me more employees have been hired to help. On Wednesday, an MTM spokesperson told me, quote, "We are investigating," and that the company has taken steps to, quote, "ensure this type of unfortunate incident does not happen again." Garganta says he wants to make sure no one else is left in the cold.
Something has to be done to improve this service because it's just ridiculous.
And under the new contract, the state of Rhode Island has the right to fine MTM $50 for each late or missed pickup and $250 for every day that 90% of rides aren't on time. A spokesperson tells me the state is still tallying up those fines. Live in the studio, I'm ITeam reporter Katie Davis, NBC10 News.
Katie, thank you. Follow the ITeam on our new Facebook Watch channel. They'll take you inside some of the most impactful investigations, past and present. Just search NBC10 ITeam on Facebook.